Good morning, YouTube. This is Jamerica5288, and this is my version. What is that on top of my head? Oh, pardon my braid. This is Jamerica5288, and this is my version of jerk seasoning. It's better than Walker's. That's just my opinion. I might be biased. Stay tuned. Jerk seasoning contains the following items: thyme leaves, or I was gonna get some fresh thyme, but my thyme plant outside is struggling, so I just got this much, which is nothing. So I had to get some dried thyme. Dried thyme is stronger than fresh thyme, so be careful how much you put in there. Got some cloves, the stuff you put in hams here. Got some soy sauce, some oil. I'm gonna use some grapeseed oil since I've had this for a while and I don't want to throw it out. I want to use it. I have some allspice. We call these pimentos in Jamaica. Allspice though, full one. Whole one. Speak English. Browning. Browning is something we use in Jamaica just to make things brown. It's basically flour that we've made really, really dark. So we just darkened it up. If you put too much browning in your marinade, it makes it bitter. So be careful with this. Salt. I got Himalayan salt. Doesn't matter. Regular salt will work too. Sugar. Brown sugar. Keep it in a tin. It's got its own home. Then in this bowl, I have green onion. I effectively scalped the onions outside. I have green onion, regular onion, 3 habanero, and for Jamaicans, we call this Scotch bonnet. I put 3 because I had 2 small ones. If you have 2 large ones, just use 2 large ones. If you don't like hot stuff, don't use a lot of this because this and the seeds in it will make everything burning, burning hot. The jerk is known to be hot. I got a full bulb of garlic and about 2 ounces, this is a little over 2 ounces of ginger. So, first things first, and I'm gonna put everything directly in here as I chop it. So, I'm gonna get my green onion done. All right, chop that up. I'm gonna throw that in the blender. Get it out of the way. Then I'm gonna get my bulb of garlic. Let me pull this down so you can see. Here we are. I'm gonna get my bulb of garlic. I'm gonna use a whole bulb of garlic. And it would give me a hard time embarrassing myself in front of you guys. All right, pop it apart as best as I can. Garlic is very good for you to fight off all kind of infections. So using it is a good thing. Let me take these habaneros and put them in there since they're on their own in my bowl and looking at me. Maybe I could use a bowl for the trash that I'm throwing on the counter. There's that third one. There it is. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna put the little bit of thyme that I found, the fresh thyme I found, taking the tops off of these habaneros. And take these out and put my trash in this bowl so I don't have a big mess. Messy. So I'm gonna get all the skin off of this garlic. Some people take the garlic and put it in a jar. Shake it real hard and get all the skins off. I don't want to shake it. I don't like it. I tried it in school and it didn't work out as well as it should have in school. So I just do it the way I've been doing it, which is smashing it and putting it where it needs to go. So take the knife. Oh my God. Did you see that? I lost my garlic. It flew across the room. All right. Here we go. One by one, I'm gonna smash it and get these shells off. Smash it, pull the shell off. Just like that. Throw it in there. Smash it. We're not gonna worry about the bottoms and making it all pretty. You're not gonna see it. It's a brown marinade. Jerk seasoning is a brown marinade where you put everything crushed up together and you rub it on your meat. I'm going to put it on these chicken legs and let it rest overnight. So and I'm gonna poke holes in the chicken legs so that it can get all in there, everywhere. I want that taste in the whole thing. This seasoning is gonna be more than I need, so I'm gonna put some of it in the refrigerator in a jar. I'm just gonna not cover, but rub it onto the thing, just like a wet rub. And here in Texas, the same thing, same thing. This marinade contains a million things though. Jeez. So I'm gonna get this garlic in here one by one. I'm gonna get these seasoning down so I can be done with it. Uh-oh. You gotta wash your pressure canner. Still over 10. I need to get back down to 11. I'm close, but no cigar, so I'm just gonna keep it there on 2 until it comes back down. I had a bunch of extra stuff, like beef that I cooked the other day, and it was sitting there too long, so I put it in jars and I'm pressure canning it. So I throw it in the garage in jars for a rainy day. All right, I like pressure canning because you don't have to use your refrigerator. My refrigerator is looking mighty slim nowadays since I haven't went to the grocery store in a while. So I am not, I'm not in the business of throwing stuff out. Well, we don't know when our grocery store is gonna have any more food in there. So I'm pressure canning everything that was a leftover. And what I don't use for pressure canning, I use and make it dog food out of it. Even though, I mean, the dogs don't even like their dog food anymore. They expect me to cook for them. Expect it. Like they're real, like they're people. They look like they have an attitude when they're eating dog food. That is funny. I'll feed them leftovers if I have them. All right, so anything I don't want and that is edible for an animal, I give it to them. This garlic, man, hurt my wrist by the time I finish with this thing. Take that bottom piece off. I'm glad I learned to keep the staples in the house at all times. I learned my lesson over the past few years, particularly the last 3-4 years. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the big C. Taught me a good lesson. I always have at least enough for 7 days. All right, got that done. Now we got our ginger. And I showed you all this once before. So there's a bad part in here. I'm cutting that off and throwing it away. I don't want that. I don't want anything that looks defective. I'm gonna take the rest off with a spoon, but this stuff right here, to look rotten, is gone. Take it off, throw it out. Okay, I'm gonna take my spoon and I'm gonna scrape it off with the spoon. This takes off less flesh. Less meat from the ginger. Ginger is expensive, so we don't want to waste it. The only part that I cut off was the parts that looked rotten or defective or even moldy. Sometimes you get this ginger and it's been transported, so there's mold on the outside. You just cut it off and go ahead and use it. And I'm gonna wash it off. So I got all of it off, and this is the difference. You see that? It's not much when you do the spoon method. And just a little bit, a thin layer of the skin comes off. So I'm gonna wash this off. I'm gonna throw it in the blender with everything else. I'm gonna leave the onion for. No, I'm gonna leave the onion for last because I don't want to boo-hoo. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. So I need about a half a cup of this in there. Oh, what does this one read? It would be the wrong measurement. Let me see if I found my half cup. Got all kind of stuff in different jars. All my measuring cups in different. This is a fourth cup. That'll work. Wash it off. Okay, I need a half a cup of this. This is grapeseed oil. The recipe just calls for oil. Grapeseed oil is good for this because, you know, I've had it for a while and because it's thick. So I'm gonna use it. That's what I had. I used what I have. Let's see, soy sauce. Half a cup. I'm gonna put a little bit more than a half a cup in there. I like soy sauce. Brown sugar. We're gonna pack this bad boy. Let me get a spoon. Fourth of a cup of brown sugar. Somehow I've got that song. What was it? Brown sugar, babe. Gets high if your love don't know how to behave. Oh, my tune is off. Put it over the thing. One more teaspoon should do it. Here we go. Brown sugar in. Take another spoon, another dirty spoon for me to wash. Yay! Yay! As much as I love washing stuff. Put that over there. Put the stuff that's done. Vinegar. Shoot. I made my own vinegar, so I'm gonna use that. So if I drop dead, y'all know it was the vinegar that did it. You know it was the vinegar that got me. Alright, I just have to make sure. I put stuff, I reuse bottles. That's the West Indian in you, man. You know, you get a bottle and it says one thing and it might be something else if they're West Indian. At least I took the labels off, right? Don't know what stuff is if you're at somebody whose house who is West Indian and it says, I don't know, red pepper. It might not be. It might be something else. It might be paprika. We reuse our bottles all the time. That's all I'm saying. So I need to get my allspice. Get a spoon and just gonna grab a handful. Here we go. 1 tablespoon. Throw it in there. Cloves. Cloves are strong, so I'm gonna use less of those. About a teaspoon of cloves. If I get it open. A little bit more. There we go. That looks like a teaspoon to me. Close that one up. Put the garlic, I put the ginger, put the thyme. No, I didn't put thyme. Let me put this over here because I've done that. I didn't do the browning. I did the pimento. I messed up my system. Okay, so I'm gonna get some thyme. I'm gonna put about a half a tablespoon of dried thyme. If I had fresh thyme, I would have just threw the whole bunch in there, but I don't have it. And here we go. Put some salt in my hand. they say salt to taste, but salt brings everything out to me. So I'm gonna put a little bit more salt in there. That and that go over to the side. Now let me deal with this. Well, browning is gonna be last. The onion is next to last because the onion is, you know, makes me cry. Makes me cry. Okay, so I'm almost on 10. Turn my pressure can back up. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing too many things at one time. Make sure it's on 4. Oops, over 4. There we go. Okay, I'm peeling my onion. I have my timer on, yeah. Peeling my onion. Don't want to waste too much of it because I need it. It's not a big enough. I didn't think it was a big enough onion, but you know what they say. You gotta make do. Just use what you can. Do your best, forget the rest. That goes in there. Ooh. Throwing it all over the place. Watch what you're doing, girl. All right. That is in there. Put the browning in last. Hold this blended down. And I know I'm loud. I'm an army girl. Well, I was. I think I overdid it. This thing is liquidy. No chunks left. Oh well, that's good enough for me. All right. So I got my stuff done, and I think it's dark, but I'm gonna make it a little. I'm gonna put a little bit of browning in there, just a little bit. A tip. Just mix it up again. Come on. I got the new Vitamix, and it has a sensor in it. So if it doesn't sense that the thing is on there, it won't turn on. You know, sometimes newer devices are not necessarily better devices. There it is. See, it lit up. All right, I'm just gonna mix it up. All right, I'm good. Now we do the taste test. Let's see if it burned my mouth off or not. Use one of the old spoons. Just tip it in there. That's pretty good. Almost like the Walkers. All right. That's good. Yep. Let me go get this chicken. The chicken was waiting on this, waiting patiently. So here's my chicken legs. I'm gonna use some of this for that, not all of it. So here's my chicken legs. I got a plastic board, so I'm not too worried about contamination. I'm gonna do these one at a time. And I didn't touch anything with this, my hand. Just pinching along till I touch the chicken. I'm gonna stab it. Stab it with a pick, little pick. Some people cut it. That's fine for them, but stabbing it I think is neater. Stabbing it with a little toothpick is neater. Makes smaller holes in it. Allows the marinade to get in. Another one bites the dust. Just stab it up. Take out your anxiety. On the chicken leg or the chicken thigh or the chicken breast. Some people like, I don't like white meat. It's always so dry to me. The only time I eat it is if I get a mallet and I hammer it down. Flat, so that somehow that makes it less tough. I don't like choking on food. When I see people eat white meat, I'm like, how could they do that? I know they have water near them because that thing is usually dry. Unless, of course, you do what I just said. Beat it up. Yep. Okay, now we got the next one. By the way, I've already washed these chicken legs. I'll wash them with some lemon juice. And I'm out of lemon juice, which is, you know, unfortunate, but I have lime juice, so it's better than nothing. I have lime juice. Some people put mace in their jerk. And mace, that's the stuff that, you know, spray in people's eyes when you want them. They look like they're going to rob you. They put that in the jerk seasoning. I do not, I don't like to use stuff that I use as a defensive or a weapon in my food. So I don't use it. I don't buy it unless I have it on my keychain for real, you know, to spray on somebody if they bothering me. I ain't gonna put it in my food. That's torture. You asking for the habaneros, the Scotch bonnet habanero, same thing. That's enough. Bad boys, if you want it really, really hot, put another habanero in there. But mace, that's going above and beyond. That's asking for pain. For somebody's eyes to start tearing up. I remember we were in, I was in Korea. I was stationed in Korea. Everybody has to do a short tour. So I went to Korea, and I was stationed in Seoul. We had this one major, right? And we went to a Korean restaurant. Somebody was leaving or retiring or something. Anyway, we were at this restaurant, and the whole staff showed up. And this one major, I think his name was Harris. I don't remember. I mean, Harris Brown, something like that. But he liked hot food. I think he was from Louisiana. So he told Ajima, which is it's a respectful way of saying an older woman. That's like you say lady or ma'am. It's an older way of saying ma'am. Ajima is an older woman. Agashi is a young woman. So, and Adashi is a man. There's no old man or young man. It just says Adashi. So they only distinguish when it's a woman. Anyway, back to the story. So he asked him for some hot food, and Ajima was like, okay, cool. She went back there. I don't know what she put in there. It was probably mace. She made that man's food. Man, he started sweating. It was so funny. We thought he was going to have a heart attack. And he was determined that he was going to eat his food because he paid for it. Wait a minute. Let me use my bag, my good hand to turn this thing down. It's going past the point of no return. So he was determined that he was going to eat it, right? Ajima hooked his butt up. I don't know. Maybe she didn't like him. He started sweating. I took his glasses off. So funny. And we were like, sir, don't eat it. Let's just leave. He was like, no, it's good. I'm going to eat this. Well, man, he was a young man. If he had been an old man, he probably would have had a heart attack. Maybe he didn't want to admit that she was trying to kill him. That's what she was trying to do. Kill him with food. You want hot? Okay, mister. I'll give you hot. Keep you so hot that you're gonna be in pain. And you know, if it's burning that bad that you start sweating, taking off your glasses and taking off your uniform, because we were in uniform, but he started dressing down, undressing in front of our very eyes. That's when we knew he was in pain and it was too damn hot. Excuse my language. But he insisted that he was going to eat that food, and he did. But you know what they say, it's burn going in and it burns coming out. I'm sure he paid for that like the next day. Yeah. I thought it was real funny until I went to a restaurant and it happened to me. I ordered some wings from one of the places in Austin. I forget the name of it. And it had like 3 chili peppers on the side of the menu, saying that, you know, you can have it hot, you can have it real hot, you can have extra hot, you can have extra hot. Well, I was like, I want to try the extra hot. The girl was with me, was pregnant. She was like, oh no, I'm not doing that. You're on your own. So I did it, right? Man, those wings them hot wings came out. I put it on my lips and it started burning my lips. And you think I would have stopped because I already saw somebody do this years before and it didn't turn out well for them. No, I forced myself to eat those wings. And man, I was so sorry. I should have threw them damn things out. I was in pain. My stomach act like it was eating the whole, it was like eating acid. I couldn't even eat the whole thing there at the restaurant. I had to get it to go. And then I was like, I'm gonna eat this, right? Well, I got home. I was still sick. And the next day, it was pain through and through everywhere. I didn't even want to hiccups, nothing. I just wanted it to be over. I wanted somebody to put me out of my pain. And nothing would help. Nothing. Water, milk, nothing. It had to wear off. It had to work its way out of my system. Whew, I'll never do that again. So, hence why I'm not putting any mace in my food. Unless I get somebody over here that I don't like. And even then I wouldn't do it because I'm not that type of person. I think it takes a very, very low person. Shoot. Very, very low person to put something in somebody's food to make them sick. You gotta be a sick person yourself. Sick in the head. You're gonna never do that. That is low down. Even if you don't like it. If you don't like them, stay away from them. But don't poison them. Anyway. Wish everybody was like that. So I'm pouring my marinade in here because I'm probably gonna use this for pork on a later date. Let me just store this. I think you can store this for about 6 weeks. I made a whole bunch of them. Lord have mercy. I got all that beef. You can't jerk beef though. Never heard of jerk beef. Only pork and chicken. I'll figure it out. Maybe we'll get some chicken in the supermarket by next week. Maybe we'll get some more food in the next week or so. Never thought I'd live to see the day where the supermarket was just ransacked. But things happen. I guess God wanted me here at this time, at this particular place. I'm here for a reason. God knows I'm here for a reason. Let's see. Let's go. There we go. Everything out of here. Okay. And I am going to jar it up and put this in the refrigerator. So if you go and buy Walker's jerk marinade, you can get it at H-E-B now. I think it's like $7, $10, and it's half of the size of this. I had all these things already in my house, and most of you all will have some of the things in your house. You might not have browning, but I mean cloves and salt and thyme and all that seasoning. If you have seasoning in your house, just make your own. Some people put beer in this. I don't care for beer. This is good for me. So I put that on the chicken. And the chicken is in the refrigerator. I'm gonna leave it in the refrigerator overnight. I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator also, and I'm gonna use it within the next 6 weeks or something. Even have to go buy food to jerk this up, to use this jerk up. So I'll see you in the morning when we well, I'll see you tomorrow when I either put it on the grill or I do it in the oven. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do right now, but you'll be here for that. All right. See you in the morning. Bye.